Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is GregFPS, and today what I have for you guys, the best DNA bomb class setup in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So starting it off with a submachine gun, because Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, in my opinion, is a submachine gun dominant game. I use the KF5. It has the best range out of all the submachine guns. Its rank as far as range goes is number 11, or it has 11 points for range, whereas all the other submachine guns only have 6, which makes it very effective. Now, I use primary gunfighter, which allows me to have 3 different attachments on the gun, and I think this honestly works best. So the first attachment that I use is the parabolic microphone, and what it does is it shows all the enemies that are using suppressed weapons on your minimap, and this works great with the perk peripherals, which I'm going to get to in a second. But honestly, this is a really great attachment. Second is the suppressor. Obviously, it's invisible on enemy minimaps when firing. We've seen this in a bunch of different Call of Duties, and honestly, suppressor is great as long as the enemy isn't using a parabolic microphone. And the last attachment that I use is the foregrip, vertical foregrip for reduced recoil. It's really great, works out awesome, and there's barely any recoil on the KF5 at any one medium to close range. And when you get to the longer range, you kind of just want to tap the trigger and you can still end up picking them off pretty much across the map. Starting off with the first perk is low profile. It makes you invisible to UAVs, tracking rounds, and exo ping. Very effective perk. Basically, you don't show up on the enemy minimap at all. It's like Assassin was in Modern Warfare 3, so it's a great perk. Coming in at perk slot 2 is the perk peripherals, like I was talking about before, and basically what it does is it increases the minimap coverage. It makes the minimap bigger on your screen, and you also take out enemies without displaying their death location. So as you guys know, if one of your teammates dies, there's always a skull that shows above its head. Well, not in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare if the enemy that killed them is using peripherals, which is really great. And like I said, it works great with the parabolic microphone because enemies shooting suppressed weapons you're going to be able to see at a farther range with peripherals just because the minimap is larger. Coming in with 2 perks in perk slot 3, which in my opinion, all the best perks are in perk slot 3, and you want to use perk 3 greed in order to use both of these different perks. Now the first one is scavenger. It allows you to start with extra magazines and resupply bullet ammo from fallen enemies. Unfortunately, you can't start or resupply any grenades or lethal grenades like we saw in Black Ops 2, for example, where you could get a bunch of different C4s and things like that. But honestly, it's definitely great. And last but not least is, in my opinion, the best overall perk in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which is the blast suppressor. So it makes you invisible on minimaps when using exo moves. So this is really important. Whenever someone uses an exo move, they show up on the minimap as long as they're not using blast suppressor. So honestly, blast suppressor is just ridiculous for being invisible to the enemy. It's honestly by far the best perk, really effective, and it just goes to show like you can go on crazy insane kill streaks with blast suppressor. I'd highly recommend it. Next is for the exo ability is exo cloak. Now honestly, I don't really use the exo abilities too much. They're not really as effective as I thought they would be, but the exo cloak is one of the best because basically you just turn invisible. It makes you visually conceal yourself for a short duration. Now the cool thing about it is when you shoot, it shuts off. So if you only use half of the exo cloak time and then you shoot, the rest of it's still there, so you can use it longer in your life, which is great. So you can use it multiple times just for once. As long as it doesn't run out, you can still use it. Now I definitely think that one's the best. The other one is exo stim, which is also pretty good. It temporarily generates health beyond normal levels, and it actually shows the juggernaut emblem that we saw in COD 4 when enemies are shooting at you. It just gives you a little bit more health, not really too noticeable though. So overall, Exo Cloak definitely is the best exo ability to use on the KF5 in this DNA bomb class setup. Now for launchers, you can pretty much use anything. I prefer the Semtex because nothing is more rewarding than shooting a Semtex pretty much across the map and sticking someone, especially in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. It's awesome, and it's just really rewarding. And as far as score streaks go, you only have enough for 1, so I recommend using the UAV. This is pretty much just a DNA bomb class setup, guys. Like, you want to get gun kills solely, so you don't really want to get other kill streaks because it might mess you up. So on the UAV, I pretty much use the orbital VSAT setup where I have speed so that it goes faster positioning updated on the minimap. Then extra time, the UAV just ends up lasting longer. And then enemy direction actually adds the facing arrow to the minimap so you can see what direction the enemies are facing. So it's very great. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this DNA bomb class setup. If you guys did, let me know down in the comment section and by dropping this video a like, and make sure to share with your friends. Really helps me grow my channel and get my videos out there. I will see you guys later. My name is GregFPS. Peace out, have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.